Canadians. My name is Josh Ultraplayer, and I am your coach of the New York Metagross. Welcome one and all back to the IBL after a nice little bye week for playoffs. We are here for the quarterfinals, and we are facing off against the number 3 seed of Brendan and his Marlboro Mudsdales. Be sure to go check them out in the description below. Before I jump right in, I want to go ahead and say some things. So, I haven't been really, active on my channel recently, as between work and being a league core, I kind of lost a lot of time. So, this is going out on Monday, obviously. And Monday is actually the first day of my vacation, so I'm going to be off work, and my league core days are over. I am bringing myself down to 3 leagues at any given time, and I'm just going to focus on that so I can have more time to put out varying content. So I'm going to start having short lives like I want to have to start randomly laddering so that I can get better, improve myself, and have some stuff going out. I'm going to be doing some stuff with friends. Me and Diet Tide are going to be recording soon. God knows who else. I'm going to be recording some stuff in Cap with the new starters going out. All kinds of stuff. So, hopefully I will be able to start putting out more content than just League every week or so. But, speaking of League format, once this IBL is over, well, either today or in the future, depending on whether or not, of course, I win or lose. Once IBL is over, I'm not going to have anything going up on the channel League format-wise until I get into... or until the next league that I'm going to be in starts. So I don't know when IBL Season 6 is going to start. Who knows? I will most likely be in that unless something really big comes up. But the next league that I know I'm going to be in is going to be uploading in February, I believe, or somewhere around that time, which is going to be NPL Minors. APA is going to be coming back in spring. I might be recording MLP Season 9, which is starting up in a few weeks. Who knows? But that's what's going on. Hopefully I'll be able to get a lot of content out. Hopefully a lot of interesting content. Maybe I'll just start videoing my cats. 2 of which are staring at me. I have 8. I have too many cats. Moving forward, let's get into why you came here. IBL Season number 5 quarterfinals. We're taking on Brendan. And if you remember, in the regular season, we beat him, I believe, with... I don't remember what we caused us to really win. I know I brought the Berry Caramel and killed a Scizor. I know that I think it was... Let me see. Let me pull up my notes. IBL versus Mudsdales. Was it Rabombi clicking Moonblast and then Slowking scalding everything. So, I couldn't remember if that was one of the times where I... Oh, you little bitch! Well... Shit. Alright. That was fun. So my cat just knocked over a freaking soda can all over my carpet, so that's fun. Moving forward, I don't remember where we're at. Right, quarterfinal. So Brendan has some trades that he did. After we beat him, he made a bunch of trades with Westside. So he has a lot different team now. Very interesting. Trying to get resituated so I can record this properly. Now then, so his team consists of Z Garchomp, Tapu Fini, Mega Scizor, Roserade, Regirock, Sneasel, Mismagius, Beware, Rodent Spin, Z Heatmore, and Grumpig. Grumpig is a goat. Anyway, so I had to build a little bit differently. I did build a little bit differently than I did last time. Last time he brought Life for Mars Roserade. He brought a kind of offensive Scizor. He brought Mega DNC, Stealth Rock 3 attacks. He brought a SD Fire MZ Garchomp. And some other Pokemon. But this time, obviously, we also have a trait of our own. We have Scrafty. So, and we're actually bringing Scrafty, Sound Clapper Rappers. With the leftovers, it can be a physically defensive variant. Drain Punch, Knockoff, Fire Punch, and Foul Play. Foul Play is really good because since it's Stab, I actually get a boost on that. So that if he is a fully physically defensive Scizor, and he SDs up, no attack invested, max HP, max defense, at +2 Foul Play is a 2 KO, so that's very nice. However, I also have Fire Punch there, which is also really nice for dealing with the Scizor. Foul Play is also good for dealing with the Garchomp if he decides to SD up. I don't think he'll run a defensive SD variant on that, but if he's offensive, I will go in with Foul Play once he does that. Dream Punch is there to stay healthy. Knockoff is really good for getting rid of items. Top Affinity not having his leftovers is very, very nice. As well as not having to deal with Roseray's Life Orb, maybe Regirock's leftovers, Sneasel's item, anything really is just really, really nice to have. If he's not bringing Dazzling Gleam on Mismagius, this is also really good for checking that, because I can take Psychic, I can take Shadow Walls, I can take Power Gems, I can take Hidden Power Fires if he decides to bring that for whatever reason. Thunderbolts aren't too big of a problem, as long as it's not +2 or Life Orb. So, many things that can prevent him. Or I can take many things from this mismatches, of course, outside of Dazzling Gleam, but if he does bring mismatches, I definitely expect Dazzling Gleam, so I won't say on that. The speed is just so I can get over an uninvested Beware, also getting rid of any speed creepers like the Regirock, who are trying to outdo me. So, the next one I'm bringing is going to be my Ribombee. I definitely think Webs was a very good play this time. I wanted so many Ribombee sets. I wanted to run Quiver Dance, I wanted to run Berry, I wanted to run all kinds of stuff. I definitely think Ribombee has a really good match at this match because it's 2 Moonblast switch-ins. One, I have very easy ways to lure and weaken/kill, and the other is best used as a Life Orb wall breaker in my opinion, especially versus my team because I have no switch-ins to it. So, I definitely think he doesn't have good Moonblast switch-ins. I have U-turn there to pivot out on stuff should I think that one of those 2 Moonblast switch-ins might switch in and I can keep up the pressure on them. I don't want Scizor to ever click Roost. I want to keep the thing as low as possible so that I can win with this or my Cure and Block maybe. It's actually a really good win con even though I'm not going to be boosting up. Sticky Web is there of course to lower the speed of his Mons. If he is not able to outspeed my Mons, I'm definitely in a very good position, especially with the kind of team that I brought. It definitely brought a lot more of a bulky team. But, I mean, I'm running Scarmvino, so obviously I'm going to be bringing bulk. Anyway, definitely like Ribombee this match. I have enough speed to outspeed, I think, Sneasel trying to speed creep my Manectric because I wanted Modest for the damage. So, moving on, we have Kieran Block here, running Berry once again. Last time he had Scizor, now he has Mega Scizor. So I have Dragon Claw, Hidden Power Fire, Roost, and Fusion Bolt. I do have Fusion Bolt here, but unfortunately it was not gen properly. And instead of Scary Face to turn into Fusion Bolt, I had I don't remember what I had. I had some random move. Basically, it was completely worthless. So I only have Dragon Claw and Hidden Power Fire. But I have enough speed so that I can outspeed obviously any Pokemon that's not Scarfed or Mismagius under Sticky Webs. I can outspeed, I believe, the Mega Scizor is what that is. No, it's the... Is it the Roserade? I believe it's the Roserade. Maybe the Roserade speed creeping something? It's there. It's a Pokemon. Yeah, Roserade speed creeping Magmortar is what I have. I have enough special attacks so that Hidden Power Fire is always a 2-hit KO on Mega Scizor. I have enough HP, or with 4 HP just to get this number. I have enough defense, I should say, so that I believe it's I take a +6 bullet punch from full from Mega Scizor if it's uninvested. So I also don't get 2-hit KO by max attack adamant bullet punch with the Berry, which is nice. I believe after rocks, maybe. No, +2 after rocks with the Berry. Yeah. Leave me alone. I'm smart. Anyway, and then the rest is thrown into attack, so Fusion Bolt and Dragon Claw are doing as much damage as possible, even though I don't really have Fusion Bolt. And Roost stay healthy. I love Kieran Block. I definitely think even with very minimal investment, it is still going to tear him apart. He has no good switch into this. Dragon Claw, nuke everything on his team outside Top Affinity Mega Scizor, which I do have, of course, ways to go around. And also Beware because of Fluffy, but Beware. you don't really have ways to deal with Beware. Hidden Power Fire actually does a lot to that, though, so that's nice. Anyway, moving on, we have my Mega Venusaur here, which is rocking more of a Spadef variant. I have Synthesis, Knockoff, Hidden Power Fire, and Giga Drain. I don't have Sludge Bomb. Of course, it makes it a little bit harder to hit stuff like the Roserade, However, Hidden Power Fire still does a decent amount to that. Knockoff also does a decent amount, and will get rid of the Life Orb, allowing me to better beat it 1v1. Knockoff, getting rid of items is just so nice. I also don't do as much damage to Rodent Spin, however, I think I can manage without it. So, I have enough speed so that I outspeed... What am I outspeeding? Is it... Yeah. So it is the same thing that Rabombi is speed creeping. So after Webs, I outspeed a Sneasel speed creeping my Manectric. And I also outspeed Garchomp guaranteed. Which is very nice, because then I can better beat Garchomp 1v1. Maybe not fully beat it 1v1. But, you know, we'll see. So, I love Mega Venusaur. The Spadef is there so I can better handle the Rotorade, because I need at least a decent switch into Rotorade, even though it gets blocked by Extra Sensory. I can also kind of handle the Mismagic to an extent, knock that off, get rid of its item, etc. I have a Slowking here. This also will take one hit from the Mismagic, so that I can maybe get some damage off with Side Shock. But I have Side Shock, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Slack Off, physically defensive to help me a little bit with the Garchomp, tell me with the Regirock, Beware, not really Sneasel, but the Spadef. I don't really need any investment in Spadef, because just with no investment in said Spadef, I can take a hit from the Mismagic, I can take a hit from the Rodent Spin, and with the Rindo Berry, I definitely guarantee to take one hit from the Rotorade, and with 60 special attack EVs, Side Shock is a kill. 44's EVs in the speed is going to allow me to outspeed... Is it up to either Regirock or Beware? I think it's uninvested, but it might be uninvested Scizor. Definitely uninvested Beware. After the Sticky Web. So that's nice. Flamethrower is there for Scizor. Ice Beam is there for Garchomp. I could run Scald, but I don't really think I need it. Of course, Regirock will be annoying to take down with this thing. But as long as he doesn't have Toxic, I can beat it 1v1 with Side Shock. Alright. Slack Off, I should say. But I like Side Shock for Roserade, Flamethrower, and Ice Beam just for coverage. I think Slowking has a really good matchup. And then finally we have a Rhyperior, Stealth Rock. I wanted Stealth Rock just to chip down his stuff, also pressuring stuff like the Scizor, because I expect to be able to get the damage off I need on Scizor really, really soon with the Kieran Block, the Berry Berry. And then afterwards just be able to keep the pressure up, and Hazards are going to help me with that. Swords Dance, Earthquake, Rock Blast. So Swords Dance is going to allow me to, maybe Swords Dance up on something like the Regirock, maybe Swords Dance up on something like the Grumpig, whatever, and do a lot of damage. Grantinium Z is there again for the Tapu Fini, so my goal is hopefully be able to buff that on the Switch, or SD up on like the Regirock, and that's eager for Toxic or something, and then be able to buff it like on the Switch. Also there for Mega Scizor, helping me keep that thing low. I do take Bullet Punches decently well with my defensive investment, and I also outspeed it most of the time. I can't remember at what point it outspeeds me under Webs, but the speed allows me to help with that. I also take on Mismagic as long as it's not Energy Ball to an extent with my Spadef. So that's the team I'm running. Like I said, it's a very bulky team with a couple of nice hitters. So hopefully this is the team. Hopefully this will be what leads me to victory. But let us get into the battle, and as you can see, he decides to bring... That's not what I want. I want this. He brings his Mega Scizor, his Beware, his Roserade, his Tapu Fini, his Garchomp, and his Rodent Spin. So, I see Rodent Spin, I immediately know that thing's gonna be there to help pressure basically my entire team, because it destroys me! It's probably gonna have Hidden Power Grass for my Rhyperior. Woo! And of course, Air Slash and Volt Switch just for general annoyance. Garchomp I definitely expect to be the same or a very similar set to last time, where it's going to be Dual Stab, Fire MZ, Fire Fang for my Skarmory, for my Rabombi, and then I expect each of there to have Stealth Rock for Sword Dance. The Tapu Fini is just going to be an annoying pain in the ass. Mega Scizor is going to be an annoying pain in the ass. Roserade I expect the same set as last time, Modest Life Orb. And then the Beware I expect to be either Bandit or SD. So, let us get in. I'm going to lead off with my Kyurem Black. I forgot to skip ahead. Right there. I'm going to lead off my Kyurem Black. My Kyurem Black. My Kyurem Black. So, Kyurem Black is really nice, as it is going to allow me to I just want to make sure that that is still playing. Is that still playing? No, you guys can't hear that. Now you can hear that. That should allow you to hear that. He's going to lead off with Scizor. Mercurium Black pressures everything. The only thing that would really scare me out is a Garchomp. If he leads Roserade, I just force it out. If he leads to Tapu Fini, I take a Moonblast, and I could Fusion Bolt it if, you know, I had Fusion Bolt. But I didn't realize that until right about now. Because I'm bad. And if he leads with this, I know I'd beat this thing 1v1 with my Berry. So, I'm going to go ahead and just attack what's in front of me with a Hidden Power Fire. And I will hopefully be able to do a lot of damage to this thing. If it's Spadef or some kind of Spadef, I won't do as much damage as I'd like. But I know I take 2 Bullet Punches because I'm at full. Even if he's Max Attack Adamant, this won't be able to 2KO me, and it does actually no damage. So I go for Hidden Power. That damage is going to tell me that he is actually an uninfested Scizor, I believe, and I'm going to be able to get off a lot of damage on this thing with Hidden Power Fire. I'm going to go for it again. I would love to go for Fusion Bolt here, but again, I don't have it. And if I did, I would definitely go for it here because the Tapu Fini switch is so obvious. However, I'm not able to do that, and he is going to be able to get into Tapu Fini for basically free because this Hidden Power Fire is going to do actually no damage because Leftovers is going to give it all back. So, as for Tapu Fini, I don't really have the greatest switch-ins to it, but I am going to go out into my Mega Venusaur because I can knock off its Leftovers, and if he wants to go into Rotom Spin, I can see what item it's going to have and potentially be able to, or I'll be able to act accordingly. So, he's actually going to go out into his Roserade, which is really nice. And I'm going to Mega Evolve. I believe this was, yeah, this was a double. He doubles out into his Roserade, which is of course really good for him because Extra Sensory is 2KO on me. However, what he is not prepared for is the fact that I'm going to bring the knockoff, and because of knockoff, I am going to be able to knock off its Life Orb, get rid of its extra power, and then put myself in a position to where I do not get 2KO to buy Extra Sensory anymore. So, Sludge Bomb's going to come off. I'm guessing he was doing that just in case I wanted to go out into like my Scrafty, but I'm going to stay in. I'm going to try and get some health back with some Synthesis Spam. I'm tired. I'm sorry. And I am going to just stay in. Extra Sensory is going to be still doing a decent amount. I believe here I go for Hidden Power Fire because I was like, I can live 2 Extra Sensories because I didn't calc, and I'm dumb. But here I am going to, we're going to lose the Mystery Terrain, and I'm going to switch out into my Kyurem because my Kyurem can't break the Tapu Fini. There's no point in really staying, or like trying to, you know, get it in and pressure stuff with Dragon Claw. I'd rather just throw it away. It's basically worthless to me. And, you know, he gets the poison damage here. I would love, again, to go for Fusion Bolt here, but I can't. And if he wants to pull the switch into Tapu Fini, he's more than welcome to, because on the next turn I will get my Mega Venusaur in for free. Anyway, Kyurem Black, you did your team proud. Would love to have Fusion Bolt a couple weeks when I didn't, but you know, it happens. He is now at full with his Fini. I'm going to lose my Kyurem Black here, and on the next turn I'm going to bring out my Mega Venusaur, and I'm going to go for the knockoff again, or Synthesis. I go for Giga Drain. Okay, so I go for Giga Drain, predicting him to think I'm going to go for knockoff or Synthesis, and I'm able to get a lot of damage off on him. The crit on Fini is really bad for him, but I don't think it ended up mattering. Anyway, he gets a Moonblast off, again predicting me to do some dumb stuff. Did it end up mattering? No, it didn't end up mattering, I don't believe. But that's for another day. Anyway, here he's going to go into the Rotom Spin. I believe this time I do go for knockoff, predicting a switch of that kind, and I'm able to get rid of his Assault Vest. So now I know it's Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Air Slash, and Hidden Power Grass. It's a threat, and I don't know if I'm faster than it, but I'm not going to risk that right now. I might have to risk that later, but who knows. So he goes for Air Slash because I know I went to my Slowking because I did not want to go hard into my Rhyperior on a case that he might go for Hidden Power Grass. So I'd rather pivot into my Slowking on the Air Slash and then pivot into my Rhyperior on the Electric type move. So here I'm going to go for Rock Blast. I'm not going to risk this thing just clicking Hidden Power Grass and 2KOing me. And he is going to switch out into Bad News Bears, the Beware, as I go for the Rock Blast here. So he avoids that. Very, very bad. However, I know I can take anything from this Beware. Any move I can take from this Beware. even Choice Banded Hammer Arm, I'm going to go for the Tectonic Rage to get as much damage off on it as possible, as he actually pulls the double into Finny. My Rapier is better to unleash Tectonic Rage upon him. I don't know if the crit mattered at this point. If it did, I'm sorry, but I don't think it would have ended up mattering in the very long run, so. Tectonic Rage comes out. I'm able to do a lot of damage to this Finny. And by a lot, I mean enough to kill it. So, Finny goes down. Very, very nice. I have a full health Rhyperior. I take any hit from most of his mons, and that Finny was a huge problem for my team, and I'm glad to get rid of it. He goes back onto Beware, and I'm going to SD up here, knowing that I can take anything. I believe I might go for Earthquake, actually. He loses life. I go for Stealth Rock. Try and get my rocks up, because rocks are important. And here, now that I know he's going for a return, now that I know he has Life Orb, I know his Drain Punch, and I know that I can weaken this thing with the Earthquake. He's going to keep clicking return. I'm guessing he's predicting me to go out to my Rabombi, but I don't have any use for the Rhyperior anymore. So I'm perfectly okay with just staying in and nuking what's in front of me. So Earthquake's going to come off because it's not contact move. It's not going to be affected by Fluffy, and I'm actually going to be able to put it in range of the next one. And he goes for Drain Punch, and it is going to do that much damage. And I'm going to be able to Earthquake him once again. And do I kill it? I can't remember if I kill it or not. We'll see. Do I kill it? I killed it! Hey! So Rhyperior 1v1 Beware. And that's just amazing. Rhyperior is 1v1 to freaking Beware. But anyway, now that Beware goes down, he's able to go out into his Scizor. I'm not going to allow this thing to recover for free. If he wants to Roost, I'm going to go to my Scrafty and attack it with Fire Punch. So I'm able to get the Intimidate off. I want to say my Rhyperior as a sack for later. Bullet Punch comes off, and it does nothing. Does no damage. Very, very nice. Whew. Whew. He gets the leftovers, and I'm going to go for Fire Punch here again. I'm not going to mess around with this thing. If he wants to go for Roost, I might be able to get... I'm going to be able to keep him as low as possible with the Fire Punch. So... he gets some recovery with the Roost. I go for Fire Punch to, gauge the damage, see what I can do versus him, and it turns out that I'm actually not able to do as much as Roost is doing. So, this Mega Scizor is currently a problem. A big problem. I am going to Fire Punch again, I believe, as he is actually going to U-turn out, thinking that he is now healthy enough to do whatever he needs for later, which is, fine by me. He can go to his Ronin Spin. He's going to take a rock damage, which is beautiful, and then he's going to catch these hands right now with a Fire Punch, which unfortunately does not do enough damage to put him in range of another rocks, but what are you going to do? I'm going to save my Scrafty because I definitely believe it could be a win-con late game because of the Scizor and the Garchomp. So I'm going to go out into my Shinjin and just throw it away. Maybe I can live an Air Slash and then dodge the next one, but nah. I'm not invested enough to take an Air Slash from modest Rotom fan, which I do know he is now. I know his max HP, max special attack, give or take. And I'm going to go to my Rabombi. I'm going to put on my webs. I think my webs are going to be my win-con. I could Moonblast this thing and kill it, but I don't want to risk that and then him go out to his Scizor and be able to Bullet Punch me and not get my webs up. So he goes for Air Slash, knocks me out. Crit did not matter. It did not matter, not at all. But here, I'm going to go out to my Slowking. I know that I take one hit, and I'm going to try to kill this thing with I believe, the Ice Beam. I'm not sure. But he's going to go for Volt Switch. I knew I'd take a Thunderbolt, and I could kill this thing. And he's going to Volt Switch out of there. Know that thing might just be his win-con. And with the Psyshock or Ice Beam... Is it Ice Beam? I feel like I went for Ice Beam. Yeah. With the Ice Beam, I'm able to knock out this giant threat known as Roserade. So, at this point, I'm pretty much convinced that I know how this game is going to go, and so is Brendan. It's going to come down to who has more investment on their mons between Rotom Fan and Mega Venusaur. Whoever's faster, basically going to win the game. So, I'm going to go out into Jumanji, my Mega Venusaur, on what I predict to be the Thunderbolt, because it's the only thing that he can go for to knock me out. And we're going to find out here. No para. Am I faster? I go for Giga Drain. I am faster. I am able to knock him out with the Giga Drain. And that puts me in a very, very good spot. He still has every opportunity to win. It's just going to depend on what his Garchomp is, what set it is, can he beat my Scrafty, etc. So he goes out to the Garchomp here. and I am going to just spam Giga Drain. I am not going to allow him to SD up as I go to sack Slowking. I'd rather just Giga Drain this thing for damage so that my Scrafty can kill it. So I go for Giga Drain, and that is going to, I know from the calc, that is going to put me out of range of Earthquake. So, he does a lot of damage. However, I believe that I might put him out, I might get out of range of another Earthquake. I don't remember. I believe it might be a roll. I can't remember. Yeah, it's definitely a roll. However, it's a roll I know in his favor. So he's able to spam another Earthquake, and he's going to knock me out, which is perfectly fine. I still have my Scrafty, and I still have my Slowking. Both take a hit from this, and both have Fire-type moves for the Scizor. So I'm going to go to my Scrafty here, and I'm going to go for the Drain Punch, I believe. I go for Drain Punch because it'll give me health back so I can properly take on whatever mon he decides to not sack. He's going to sack his Scizor because he believes his Garchomp without Intimidate might be his win con. So I go for Foul Play here. I go for Foul Play. Never mind. I'm sorry. Foul Play knocked out either mon. So now he's going to be able to bring in his Garchomp, and Garchomp is not going to break this Scrafty. Like, I'm sorry. Dragonium Z is not going to be able to beat me. So he's going to bring ahead his Garchomp, his last mon, his last stand between him and the return of his playoff curse. And unfortunate for him, that Earthquake is going to come off. It is actually Fire EMZ, and it is going to do negligible damage. And my Scrafty is going to bring me into the semi-finals. Brendan, I'm sorry, your playoff curse has indeed returned. It's a hard knock life. But that is going to be GG to Brendan, coach of the Marlboro Mudsdales. He is unfortunately out of IBL, and we move on to the semi-finals. If you do not want other matches spoiled, you might want to, click away now. If you're going to click away now, peace. I'll see you later. For those who want to stick around and find out who I'm facing next, I'm going to be going against another person who I beat in the regular season. I'm going to be going against Eric and the Colorado Mamoswines in the semi-finals. And the winner will face off against Techno versus Darude. So, very interesting Final Four we have here. Hopefully we will be able to come up top. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!